welcome back to the Rural Project. Today we're going to clean out the water tanks. So welcome back to the Rural Project. So today's job is basically cleaning out the water tank, just the main one at this point, the one that's now connected to the roof off the shed. The two tanks up there, they'll be done at a later date. So what I've got going on right now is I've got my fire trailer being filled up with water out of the tanks up there. All the sort of equipment out and about here, and so the generator, I've got a wet and dry vac there if I need it, some sort of shovels and brushes, some bleach there, and then I've got a fan here, so I very much doubt whether there'll be any fumes in here at all, but just to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that fan running, pumping fresh air into this opening here. That's one of the little jobs I'll do first, is just sort of get rid of all that rubbish around there, and then I'll be going into the tank through this opening, and what you saw on previous videos, we'll have that open, that valve that you see down there, we'll have that open and let all the sludge and slime get out. So the idea is to start with, I'll just get in there with the fire hose and rinse all the sludge out the bottom. Then once that's done, I shall then come back with some diluted bleach and a brush all the inside of the tank, and then we'll give it a rinse with fresh water. The fresh water's in that container that you see connected to the newer trailer, so we'll actually rinse the whole inside of the tank out. Right, so let's get to work. So almost ready to go now. So we've got the fan on, so that's blowing fresh air into the tank. You can feel a slight bit of air coming out here, but the main opening has been opened up, so I've got most of the air coming out in this area. So what I'm going to do now is lower the ladders down, and then we'll get in there and get the fire pump on in a minute. Start moving that sludge around. So let's get the ladders in and let's get in, and I'll just do a quick assessment of what it's like inside. Okay, so as you can tell with the echo, I'm in the water tank. So this is actually a lot cleaner than I was thinking it was going to be. What is that? Found a skull of something. As you can see, so that is the outlet to the drain, which obviously is at a low point, and as you can see there, there's no dam to stop the mud flowing in. But what we've got here, this is the outlet to the pump. So I have a small dam there, which is a great idea. It stops the silt being dragged in, so the water flow is up this way. But as you can see, a lot of snail shells. Now that's interesting. That's a ginormous crack. Now this thing has been holding water the whole time, so I'm assuming it's not structural, but we're starting to find out that is a huge crack. Right, so I think what I'm going to do, I want to get a bucket down here and pick up all of this rubble, and then get the hose pipe down here and actually start sort of blasting some of this silt and mud through the drain pipe. Okay, if you drop them, tap. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get all these big pieces out here. And so it's all part of the old pipe for after the fire came through. So you can see there's a huge difference between a clean wall where I've just gone through with the jet wash, or with a fire hose, and then the section that's not being cleaned. So I'll continue now all the way around, cleaning the walls as I go, and trying to swill all this down the drain, which keeps regularly clogging by the looks of things because of the volume of mud that's going through there. I'll keep going. Found a dead rat in here. We've also found a live lizard. So this little fella hasn't got much of a life ahead of him if I don't get him out of here. So I'll take him out and let him go. Okay, I've got one small section left to do. From here to here. And then I've cleaned the whole of the inside of the tank on all the walls. With water now. It's not clean water, this is still dirty water, as you can see it's taken off the most. The task after this will be to bring in the bleach, or bleach and water solution, and then give the walls a scrub, and then a rinse with clean water. First thing is get rid of all the dirt, otherwise I'm kind of wasting my time bringing in clean water. Seeing as clean water is in short supply, I'm running out of 1,000 litres. Right, let's get this done. And to add to it, it's just started raining outside. So that's the walls cleaned. Obviously now what I need to do is just get rid of all this dirty slop in the bottom. I'd say the vast majority of the thicker dirt is now gone. It's down to just getting this last sort of couple of centimetres of water out the bottom. It's not going to prove easy when the drain's so low and such a small diameter, but it's just going to be a process now of squirting and cleaning and then forcing it out the drain hole. If you have something draining slowly, if you do have access to flowing water, that is just gently putting pressure onto that pipe and making the water flow through. It actually then creates a really good siphon. As you can see, the water's flowing out of this tank much quicker than it was in the past. And obviously none of this water is actually going back into the tank. Like I'm cleaning the walls, so hopefully we should get a good drain going on here now. So I'm now on the final stages of clearing the bottom of this tank. As you can see, there's very little left to get out the drain pipe. As I mentioned, it started to rain. And let's say momentous occasions, that's the first time I've had water flowing into the tank off the shed, so I'm really pleased about that. However, pretty bad timing, obviously I'm trying to drain this tank and now I've got that filling it up, but that's fine, it's only a small trickle. Right, I'm going to keep going. The plan is to keep sort of swilling this down the drain so that I'm pushing all the real dirty water out the pipe before I actually start bringing in some more water from the fire pump again. Because what I found was all I was doing was literally just diluting it. I actually need to get down to a real tiny amount and then give it all a blast clean. Okay, so I think this is the final rinse now, the final swill. All the thick mud and sediment has all gone now. So, and luckily the rain has slowed down enough so I've not got any water coming in the tank. As you can tell there, once I actually start scrubbing these walls, I'm going to end up with a lot of dirt coming off the walls. But that's the next job. I think what we'll do is we'll get the last of this water out, have lunch, and then come back with some bleach and water and start scrubbing the walls down. Okay, so you can see the wall there, that's been scrubbed with bleach and then jet washed, or hosed down I should say, with clean fresh water. And you can see the line there where we've stopped. So we'll carry on now, working our way around the rest of the tank. You see, it's started raining again, so we're filling up slowly in here. The drain's still open, so we'll keep working our way around this tank. Okay, so we've got the last section to rinse now. This bit just here. Once we've done that, we'll give the floor a quick scrub, although it's not too bad at all now anyway. And then the last thing we'll do, we'll go and give the roof a really quick scrub as well. Right, let's rinse it off. Scrub. Half a handle. So this is what I'm going to use to try and stop those cracks getting any worse. As you can see, you make it into a thick paste and you smooth it on into the crack. Now it's pointless trying to do it in this area while there's some water coming in, so I'll be back another time and I'll do this area once it's dried. However, it is important that you actually that it is kept moist whilst it's curing. It actually does need moisture to make it work properly. So I think the cracks on this side are more superficial than anything. Cracks you can see down here. The cracks there, to be honest, you always get cracks in water tanks. But most of the cracks don't actually leak. Okay, so I'm going to call this done for today. I actually gave up on trying to scrub the ceiling. Practically impossible to do. However, as you can see, this kind of, I don't know what the stuff is up there, the white stuff. What I'll do is I'll come back with my jet wash and then I'll actually be able to just jet wash the ceiling as clean as I can. Do it that way instead. Very, very happy with how clean we've got this. Great to see some water coming in here. It's been a long time in making. But yeah, let's get out of here now. Have a bit of a break and put some of the gear away and then come back hopefully in a few days time and this will still be empty. So I'm going to leave the drain open just so that all of this gets time to cure properly. Leave the drain open and come back, do a jet wash of the ceiling and then I'll be shutting the drain valve and this thing will fill up. So we're calling it a day now. We've finished that water tank. It is raining. What I thought I would just show you is, I mentioned in one of the other videos when I was doing the plumbing, I mentioned a wet system. So this, it's raining now and the shed is actually capturing water, shed roof. So as you can see here, there's water in this pipe. So these pipes are full of water so far up the vertical. There's water in there. And that system now is feeding water nicely into the water tank. There we go. Okay, so I'm back at the land and back in the water tank, as you can tell. We had a 10 milli rain event yesterday. I actually shut off the drain valve to see what would happen. So I'm not sure if you see it very easily on camera. You can see my boom going down. So obviously the water is crystal clear because everything's so clean. Yeah, there's sort of 200 millimetres of water in here now. So I'm back today to jet wash the roof, give that a clean off, disinfect and clean. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to open the valve and let this start to drain out. Once it gets to about half the depth it's at, I'll get the jet washer in here and start getting it cleaned out. As you can see at the at the tank drain point, there's a bone there from that rat that must have washed out the overflow. Another bone there. Let's start that draining and go get the jet wash and get everything set up and ready to go. So we got half a water tank, a third of a water tank of fresh water. First pipe going down, generator running. Got the jet wash inside the water tank. So let's get in there and see if we can get this jet washer going. I'm not sure if the pressure is going to be enough, but let's see. Okay, so it's a bit precarious. Let's see how we go. My feet are already taking on water. fill that bottle up and then use that bottle to spray bleach the ceiling and then jet wash it clean. Alright, let's get into that now. I tried to video whilst I was doing this, but yeah, it was just a steam bath in here, or a mist bath I should say. Couldn't see a thing. So what I've done, I used the bleach on the ceiling, and then went back and jet washed the whole ceiling clean, and then rinsed down all the walls again. So you can see there's a bit of bleach sort of forming on the surface here, so I'll open the drain now and get this drained out. And then I'll leave the equipment in here because I'm also going to come back in and once it's drained out, give it another flush, try and get rid of the last of the bleach. Right, let's get back up there. Actually, I think what I will do as well, so whilst I'm waiting for that to drain, I'll give the roof a jet wash. That's it complete. As you can see, a huge difference when you compare the roof to the sides. You see what a difference it makes. Right, so I'm going to call this clean the inside of the tank. This project, I'm going to call this done. So the whole inside now has been cleaned with bleach, jet washed, scrubbed and rinsed multiple times. So welcome back here at the land again today. So these are a couple of cages that I've built out of stainless, you can see perforated stainless steel. Now these are going to go in the water tank, sort of filter out any leaves and debris and stop any bugs and that getting into the water. So fingers crossed I've got the sizes right. I just built these at home, just pop riveted together. So there might be a little bit of fine tuning required, but we shall see. Right, so let's get a little bit of sealant in here. That is perfect. Right, let's try the other side now. As you'll remember on the other video, these ones had not actually glued in place, so they're just easily lifted off. You can see they're full of water as we'd expect, and what we can see here is these corners just need the angle grinder on and just cleaning out, and then this should fit with any luck. Yeah, I think it won't take a lot. So I think what I'll do is I'll just tackle this corner and this one first, and hopefully that's enough. I'll be back in a second. Very gently tapping this away. Perfect again. Goodness, I couldn't have got a better fit if I'd tried. So we'll put the pipes back in. Okay guys, that's it. This is sealed. Okay, right, let's get packed up and get on with the next job, which is heading down to the turning circle, and let's start splitting some more firewood. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and any comments and suggestions or questions, please stick them in the comments area below and I'll reply to them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.